I'm Lexington Stanway, and this is my steed. A Betty Boo from the 90s. Hello. I'm back once again. And I've got a lot of fur fabric in my mouth. Because I had the fucking brilliant idea of making a windshield out of furry fur fabric for my little microphone. But because I have a Lego Man helmet, a flip front, obviously I can't affix the microphone inside the chin bar like most people do. I have to have a boom. And it holds it very close to my fat face, which I suppose is good. So now it's so fucking furry, I've got loads of fucking fur in my mouth, which is less good than I'd like. Also, because I tie wrapped it on because I can't sew. Well, I suppose it could if I could be asked. But I can't be asked. It's not really staying on very well, so I suspect it's doing nothing apart from make it look like I have a very old tampon in my mouth and fill my lungs with long artificial fibres. So if any of you have a flip helmet and a good strategy for a microphone, I'd love to hear it. This mic did come with a little foam windscreen, but it wasn't good. It was just shit. Ineffectual and tiny enough to actually breathe in and choke to death with if it came off, and it did come off. I don't know when, but it's gone, so there you go. It can easily fall off. If you're wondering why I didn't go past her and just do a lazy left into lane 2, I don't know why I didn't. I just thought that she's probably going straight on, and she was. But I don't know why. I don't know. I normally would, very often, past traffic there, and go left, because I can tell that they're going to go left, or so far I've been able to tell. It's very odd. Because I'm not very clever, having gained some instincts which seem to let me avoid doing stupid things is very handy. Alright. I hate those things, man. And I know people say that they prevent accidents. But I think a massive big net that springs out of the road could prevent an accident, because that could stop people from speeding. That could stop people from speeding. It could stop people from crashing. But taking someone's picture as they career down the road mowing down pedestrians, that doesn't stop them, does it? That's not what stops them. What stops them is that they become suddenly fixated on not getting a speeding ticket. But the trouble is that if I wasn't so fixated with these speed cameras, and I wasn't absolutely mesmerised looking at them in front of me, looking at them behind me, I would have been looking where the fuck I'm going. And I'm completely responsible for what I do, and I'm still supposed to be looking where the fuck I'm going. I'm not supposed to be looking at speed bumps to go round. I'm supposed to just let the bike hit me in the fucking chin or something. I'm not supposed to look at speed cameras. I'm supposed to just pay a amount we can find. So I'm supposed to look where I go. I know I'm supposed to look where I'm going. But when people put all this shit out, I don't. And I appreciate that that's me being corrupted by it, and I shouldn't be. I should just be a millionaire and not give a shit. But I am. So, while some people are admittedly driving in such a way that anything could fucking happen because they haven't got a clue what's going on. And the best you can hope for is that when they crash because they're not looking where the fuck they're going and they don't know what the fuck they're doing, they crash slowly. I admit that that's true. That probably is the case. And therefore, lives are probably saved by grabbing these people's attention. I don't think the correct solution to this situation where people can't fucking drive properly and keep crashing is to give me lots of distracting shit to deal with. Just give people a test every year and... or no, okay, cancel that, because while I support that in principle, what would happen is we would be utterly fucking screwed on cost, but they find a way to make this... oh. Sorry, I've just fallen in love. They find a way to quadruple the cost of driving overnight, wouldn't they? If they did that. We cannot trust people to implement safety measures without making it about money, so fuck that. What about just make it so you don't pass the driving test if you can't fucking drive? What about that? Driving test, just 8 days. 8 days straight of driving around with the instructor saying nothing and doing nothing will be enough to see how people really drive. And then, if they can't fucking drive, don't give them the fucking license. What about that? It's muggy today, you see. Today's muggy, and tomorrow is doogie, and the next day will be wingy. Do you see? Do you see? That's a Lenny Henry joke. Fuck off! Right. Go away! Fourth gear. Creative choice. That was there this morning. I wonder if they come and check them for dead bodies. It hasn't got a police aware sticker on it. I'm not sure it's the police that stick those on, you know. A good old nod, isn't it? People have got some very vigorous nods on. Maybe they've got really fucking heavy helmets. Maybe that's what's going on. Alright. Fuck you then. Mr. Riding with my fingertips because I'm on a sports bike. Do you feel you have a particular biking creed? Do you feel a particular empathy for some form or other or bike? I mean, I pretty much can't, because this is just a totally fucking generic street bike. It's just made to ride about on the road. It's not anything. It's not an off-road or adventure bike or pretending to be, and it's not a sports bike or pretending to be, although it is for some reason in Yamaha sports lineup next to R1s and, you know, sports bikes. But I suppose I didn't know where to put it. Some people seem to. I mean, I used to hang out with sports bike guys, and the prevalent opinion was that, you know, cruisers are just fucking stupid. It's a stupid thing to do. Buy a cruiser, it's not a proper bike. What does it do for you? You can't do anything you can do on a sports bike. And that's kind of stuck with me, to be honest. I mean, when I was first looking at taking my test, I was thinking I was going to get a cruiser. I had a mate who had a Harley, and, you know, it was a fanny magnet. I would never buy a fucking Harley, man. I just think, you know, why not use technology from my century? You know, I get wanting to have something nice. That some people will say the sports bikes are really nice, they just like them. They just love having something which they really just love owning it. And that's completely fair. And I know there are people out there who will say, oh, I saw this turkey the other day, oh, it's got a brand new fucking one, you know. I fucking... He's wibbling down the road, I fucking come past him and fucking third. What the fuck's he thinking to do? What's he got that? Well, you know, you said the same argument about cruisers. Why are you riding Fat Boy when our roads have bends in them and require steering? And you're too old to pull anyway. People just have it because they want it. You know, there's nothing wrong with having it. And if I got a stellar deal on a real fast bike, well, I wouldn't turn it down. I'd be interested in having a big sports bike. I'm never going to be a racer. I would never use it to the limits of its ability, but then I'm never going to use this to the limits of its ability, to be honest. I ride about on it. I like riding about on it. It's fine. So I just think that's fine if you want to ride cruisers or you want to ride a sports bike. I don't have a problem with it. I just, you know, some people seem to have a particular affiliation. Like, only sports bikes are proper bikes, or only cruisers are proper bikes, or only everything except cruisers, or only adventure bikes, and whatever. And again, that veers into the kind of practicality argument. I've got a beard now, you know, so practicality is kind of like desirability used to be to me. And you look at adventure bikes. I mean, I looked at the Yamaha MT-03, which is a sort of factory motard, really, and it just has so much ground clearance. I think this is a better road bike. But you're kind of thinking, yeah, so, yeah, I did have to take a short cross across the field, apart from the fact that I had completely wrong tyres and it wouldn't work. That can work. But, you know, I don't need to take a short cut across the field. And I don't need to take bends at 200 miles an hour. And, don't need to have my spine broken on 1950 suspension either. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Do you know? Do you remember what I'm talking about? Oh my god, don't slow down for me. Nobody slows down for me. People speed up and try and block me. It's so unpredictable. Like Robert Palmer. That was irresistible. Did he die? I think he died a while back, didn't he? There's only so much pop rock you can perform in proximity to girls dressed like that before you have a heart attack. They looked so good in the video, but you know, video quality has improved a lot since then. And now they look quite a lot like some ropey girls dressed up. That's not intended to be critical of them. I mean, looking like humans is not something I'm criticising. I'm just saying that it worked back then. It doesn't seem to work quite so well now. Fine. Fall. Hey, look, making off. Woo. Not really. I hope my comments about biking cliques haven't convinced anybody that I support them. I was trying to speak negatively about the concept, or at least neutrally. Don't want to be attacked by gang middle-aged Harley riders. Race bike gangs. Is there such a thing as a race bike gang? Single-sided swing army? Dunno. Go away, please. Thank you. If he falls off, I'll blur out his plate. Oh, pain in the dick blurring plates, to be honest. I'm absolutely sure there's some software to do it automatically, but I'm also absolutely sure I can't fucking find it. You get no nod from me, weaving wildly without looking. I know you didn't look. Mirror's a bit shit on this side. That's because I fold it into part so I can get closer to the wall. Quite comes back in the right place. Let's do a little slalom. Look how much room I've got, because I have got no luggage. Probably full of human heads. Do you think it's human heads? How do they transport human heads? I mean, I keep mine on my neck, but I mean detached ones, like zombie heads. How do they move those around? Is there a special... I don't know. What have you got an odd-shaped box, darling? Oh, it's a cat out for the exhaust. No, who's beeping? No need for any beeping. What's going on? Calm yourselves down. Everything's fine. Everything's nominal. Yeah, that's right. Bike gang coming through. Make sure you're ready to just mow through the crowd of us. In case anybody can use any harsh language or anything. We might be murderers. Because there's more than one of us and we're on motorcycles. You don't know we're not murderers. They could all be heads for all you know. That's a massive fuck up, isn't it? Actually really, I like it. It's nice. Stylish.
So, as you can see, lots of puppets.
Go back the other way.